Hi guys, Kurt Provost here, your guide to all things new skin. We just wrapped up the Pacific Convention here in Sydney, Australia, and I had the good fortune of meeting many of you guys there. Thanks for coming up and saying hi and taking some selfies together. It was really cool. In fact, if we bumped into each other, drop a comment below. It'd be cool to interact online as well. We also met Dr. Joe Cheng, our Chief Scientific Officer there, and he shared some very interesting information in regards to the Wellspa IO, the latest innovation from Nu Skin that is launching around the world as we speak. In fact, Japan is launching today, I believe, as of recording this. So there's many markets that are getting access to this very, very soon, and it will be coming to a market near you, depending on where in the world you are. So I promised last time that I did a video on this topic that I would share any updates that I got, and this is the video with those updates because we have plenty. I'm going to attempt to paint the broad brush strokes of the Wellspa IO and what we understand of it right now in regards to what it's going to provide for consumers, and also what it can potentially provide for those who are looking for a business or are looking for an opportunity, because we do have the chance to participate in this launch, which is a rather unique moment in time that we find ourselves in. So congratulations on watching this video, because that means you are part of, I guess, a select privileged few out there in the world who are about to be in possession of some unique information. What you do with that is up to you from here. So with that in mind, I would like to remind you all that we don't have access to the product information pages yet. So this is all coming from secondary sources, and it's kind of my interpretation of where we're at. So I don't speak on behalf of Nu Skin, I don't make any claims, and Nu Skin never makes any claims about their products treating, curing, or mitigating any disease or crazy things like that. So with that disclaimer out of the way, let's dive into where we are right now. So Nu Skin is currently the world's #1 at-home beauty device system brand, and that is a long title, but a very important one, because of the entire beauty industry. One of the fastest growing categories at the moment, and set to multiply over the next few years, is the beauty device category. And we are #1 in that category, so it's a huge competitive advantage. It also means that there's a growing demand for at-home beauty solutions. What is so cool about the Wellspa is that it's not just going to be catering to that beauty portion of the market, it's also going to be catering to the wellness side of the market, which is a whole new realm in regards to devices. That is what gets me super pumped for the Wellspa IO, because it will be the world's first integrated beauty and wellness device. That's something we haven't been able to work with before, and it's been in the brain of Dr. Joe Cheng for over 20 years now. He's been trying to make this a reality. It's just technology took a while to catch up to the vision or the dream. Just to give you an example, there are some sensors within the Wellspa device that are monitoring the microcurrent that is happening 150 times per second. And that is part of the adaptive microcurrent that they've used, and they've actually patented the smart adaptive technology that is used in it that's doing all that monitoring. So there is a lot that goes into this device. Now, let's run through the 3 areas that it is going to be helping with, and they're covered by the 3 R's. Now, depending on what market you're in, you're going to hear a different R, because there's different regulatory agencies, and some words they do approve of and other words they don't. No one can seem to come to agreement on that. And also, you may hear a different name for the Wellspa depending on where you are. So it could be Wellspa IO, it could be New Wave IO, or Body IO. So we will see. The first R is renew or restore. There's also relax and recover, and there's revitalize and rejuvenate. So these 3 areas that they're covering are wellness, fitness, and beauty. So let's kick things off with the beauty, because that's what we know and understand the best. It's kind of fulfilling the role that the body spa currently fulfills, which is tightening and toning the body, helping with things like cellulite, the wobbly bits, kind of smoothing out the rough edges of our body that will help increase our body confidence with time. It does a fantastic job of that, but the Wellspa is going to take it to a whole nother level because it has a stronger current. It has that adaptive current technology that means that the microcurrent is actually going to be remaining at the optimum level regardless of where on the body you're moving it, because of those sensors, because of the AI technology that's within it that's constantly monitoring that current and making sure that, all right, if the skin's too thin here, we can weaken it to keep it in that optimum zone. If it's too thick there, we can strengthen it. This is something that is incredible because one of the biggest issue with microcurrent technologies is the uneven surface of our body. Just by moving it over the surface of our body, you're going to find bumps and curves and areas that aren't exactly flat and smooth, and so the current isn't always in the optimum range. So the Wellspa is going to be providing great results like these ones that we saw in the clinical trials. The next R's are either relax or recover, and this for me personally is what I am pumped about because it provides us with the opportunity to get the same level of treatment and care that an elite athlete gets without the price tag that they have to pay or their sponsors have to pay, because they go and have a massage session, then they do their training, and then they come back, they have a sauna session, ice bath, and then maybe another massage later on, and it might be a specialized massage. Maybe it'll be lymphatic drainage or something like this. Well, that hasn't been traditionally accessible for most people in the world. But with the Wellspa, it's going to be providing a similar level of care or a similar level of benefits for us in the privacy of our own home. You can use it both before and after a workout to help stimulate the muscles, boost the cellular energy of them, and also relaxing them. So it can be used kind of like a warm-up, but also as the cool-down effect and helping to relax the muscle and boost the recovery of that muscle. It encourages, or it uses ingredients that encourages the stimulation of beta endorphins, which gives that really feel-good experience and a somewhat addictive experience, which from a business perspective I'm really excited about, because if people feel good while using a device, if their muscles are feeling better, if their body is moving and flowing and functioning better, do you think they will ever stop using that product? I don't think so. I think they'll do whatever they can to maintain that, and that's the sort of products that I want to partner with and work with. And if that's the case for you too, then reach out, because the best way to do that is to find great people to work with, like yourself, potentially. So that recovery and relaxation aspect is really, really exciting. But I guess by far the most important R that the Wellspa is catering to is the restore or renew. And that is because it's helping with stimulating the circulation and detoxification of our body. It's dealing primarily with the lymphatic system. Now, this may come as news for many people, but the lymphatic system is very much like the circulatory system that has the heart pumping the blood throughout our body, delivering all those vital nutrients and all the oxygen that we need to go about our day and exist. Well, the lymphatic system is performing the opposite task of removing all the waste that is occurring from those chemical reactions of just living, just going about our day. It's not even talking about the other environmental pollutants that we are exposed to on a daily basis. But what's really interesting about the lymphatic system is, unlike the circulatory system, it is 3 times larger than it, and yet it doesn't have a heart that is pumping the lymph fluid. So how does that fluid move through something that is 3 times larger than the circulatory system? Well, it relies on the movement of our muscles. It relies on the movement of our body to dictate the movement or the healthy movement of that lymphatic fluid. So you can see there's probably some issues that are arising right there when you consider the amount of movement most of us get today compared to our hunter-gatherer distant relatives. Not that distant though, because our body is still the same body. It's still evolved for that environment, except it finds itself in a sedentary lifestyle today. We're kind of couch potatoes. We sit around a lot. We are moving nowhere near the amount that we used to be moving, and that creates a whole host of issues. Now, how do you resolve that? Well, there's a couple of different ways, but they are somewhat limited. Obviously, you would increase the amount of movement within your lifestyle. For some people, that is not possible. Maybe you can get on a rebounder, a little trampoline, and be bouncing around every morning and helping to stimulate the lymph flow. But what about for the rest of the day? Are you moving the same amount for the rest of the day? You could go and get some lymphatic drainage specialized massage, but that requires money and time. And how often are you going to be getting those treatments? How often do you think your body needs it? And that is going to be an individual answer right there. So why not provide people with an individual solution? And previously, that hasn't existed. But with the Wellspa, I believe it is about to. And that is really, really exciting because Nu Skin has been phenomenal at changing the way people look and feel, changing their skin, changing the outside in very noticeable ways. You get a lot of compliments when you're using the products that you see behind me. But we haven't been able to say that we actually change the inside. Now, many distributors have suspected that and perhaps made claims about that and gotten in trouble as a result, but we haven't had the clinical evidence to demonstrate that. And what I saw from Joe Chang, it appears that now we do, and that is something that I just think it's a whole nother element of how we can help people out there with problems that are really important for them and help them improve their lifestyle and the quality of that lifestyle. So let's take a quick look at the Wellspa device because I happen to have the good fortune of having one in my hands. Now, I just got access to this and don't tell anyone because most people in Australia don't have access to this right now. So I've run home and quickly made a video about it just for you guys. So the nodes here are a very unique design and they're designed to perfectly stimulate the lymphatic system. So as you move these over your body, it's going to remain in contact and help to stimulate that lymphatic drainage process. It's also ensuring that the current is always going to have contact with the skin regardless of what part of the body you are using it on, because you can use this anywhere on the body. It's not for the face. We'll save the LumiSpa and galvanic devices for the face, but this one is for the body. It has a silicone matte finish that is really gentle. It's beautiful to touch. It's for better grip, so it's going to be harder to drop this device, particularly with this little handle, I guess you could say. It's like a doorknob here. They've designed it in a very ergonomic way so that it feels great as you're moving it around your body. It's something that you really just want to keep touching. It just feels that good. It has the IoT, the Internet of Things connectability, so you can pair it with the Vera app, just like the LumiSpa IO can pair with the Vera app, and it tracks all this useful data for you that provides feedback. It also guides you on how to use it correctly to get the best possible results. And it will have a feature that will actually show you the strength of the current as you're moving it over the body, as it's adjusting depending on the different area that it's working on. All of this feedback and much more is what will make this a very addictive device. Now, how do you turn it on? You just click that button. So it's a very simple one. It makes a sound and you see these dots right here. So the default is 5-minute treatments, and you just click the button if you want to go for 4-minute treatments or 3, and so on and so forth if you don't have a lot of time. So you can tailor this to your own unique situation. To start the device, you apply the activating serum or the activating gel or the body serum onto your body, and then you hold the device onto it. It will make a sound and it will bip every minute to tell you that it's still going. And it has this kind of little soft buzzing sound, a little robot that's just giving you some feedback telling you that it's working. If the nodes are not on the skin all at the same time, I was doing it on my hand before, just like this, and it was bipping a lot, and that's because not all the nodes were on the surface of the skin. So it gives a lot of feedback to ensure that you're actually using it properly. Now, I've had a little play around with this, and my partner also got a quick demo done on her leg, which I want to share with you guys because that's quite an interesting result there, and then I'll jump back with you.
It's nice, it's very smooth.
It's actually very nice.
And it's very ergonomic.
Especially
about
instant.
instant.
Interesting.
As you can see, there's some instant results from just a couple of minutes, which is quite surprising. But when you refer back to those clinical studies, over time, the results are better, of course. Now, what are you using with it? Well, there are the 3 different products that are coming with it. Now, this one is the body polish. I believe this will be what it'll actually look like. These ones are just the pre-launch jars, so there's no marketing, there's no packaging that's enticing on it. It's just containing the serum and then the activating gel. So let's focus on the one that actually has the packaging right now, because this has some really cool ingredients. So as it says here, get ready to ditch your dull, dry skin for that oh so smooth feeling. This skin-loving polish features cellulose beads that dissolve as you exfoliate, plus glycolic and citric acids, which are AHAs, and papain enzyme that will provide additional chemical exfoliation. Age-lock body polish, where gentle body polishing meets cleansing bliss. Sounds pretty good. And what's quite interesting here is they're combining both a physical exfoliation with chemical and enzymatic, which could also be classed as chemical exfoliation. So let's give this a quick try. So this is the hand that I did the quick exfoliation on, just I would say 30 seconds of scrubbing. This is the hand that I did not. A very nice feel to the skin. From here I can see a color change in everywhere they used it, including on the fingers as well. I mean, compare the color of my fingers compared to that. Smoother, clearer, whiter, brighter. This is the preparation before you use the ageLOC Wellspa. So that's going to help enhance the result, because obviously it will make sure that the skin is absolutely clean and spotless and looking like this instead of like this haggard hand over here. And then you've got the activating gel, which would help with the renew cycle, that's helping with the lymphatic drainage. It's also helping with the relaxation of the muscle. So it's kind of catering to those 2 different treatments that you'd be providing for yourself. One of the coolest things about the activating gel is it contains an ingredient that's been shown to encourage the strengthening and formation of lymph vessels. That is something I definitely want to be using, if not every day, every other day. And then we have the body serum. Again, it will look better than this, but this is for the revitalizing. This is for the beauty side. It has a whole host of really powerful ingredients in there. Some of them are called the Silhouette Blend, Conditioning Blend. There's the ageLOC blend, of course, the anti-aging focus, and there's even an ingredient in there called the AI peptide, which was actually a peptide discovered by AI doing a whole lot of analysis, and it's something that we get to be using regularly with this. So depending on what your focus is, you'll use the body serum or the activating gel one at a time for the treatment. Now, I don't believe there would be any issue with you want to do one after the other because you want to have all the benefits. Go for it. Collect all 3 R's if that's what you want to be doing. Alright guys, I think it's time to wrap this video up. It's probably gone on long enough. If you enjoyed it, please give a thumbs up. It's a great free way to support the channel. And leave a comment if you've got any questions or you're excited about this. Let the world know. I would love to see and interact with you there. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. There is almost 9,000 of us out there who are getting the information and sharing information amongst each other of the Nu Skin world. I'd love for you to be part of those 9,000 and turn on the notifications when there's that little notification icon so you don't miss the next video. If you're watching this going, you know what, this is an incredibly innovative product. I cannot wait to use that as a consumer, but I would also love to participate in this launch because that's a very unique and rare opportunity. I mean, when was the last time you got to participate in the launch of something as innovative as this device is? Most people would be never, but with Nu Skin, that is the opportunity right there that we have access to. We get to help this company share these products out there in the market, and we get paid as a result based on the sales that happen from our effort. If that is something that you would like to learn more about, then by all means reach out, because this is an incredible time right now to partner with this company, and we're looking for great people to work with like yourself. My contact details are at the end or below this video. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, or email as kurtnewskin@gmail.com. That's all for today, guys. My name is Kurt Provost. I am your guide to all things Nu Skin. All the best. See you in the next video.